Hey guys, Well Customs here, and today we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends Absorbing Man series, and this is Spider-Gwen or Spider-Woman from her universe. Looks pretty cool. Very interested in this character right here, and it's been a while, but I finally get to open her up now, so let's take a look at her right now. Alright, so here is our amazing Spider-Woman, Spider-Gwen right here, and she does come with a couple of accessories. First off, she comes with the weapon for Absorbing Man right here if you wish to build him and have his little ball and chain right there. And of course she does come with a alternative head right here, which is okay. You know, honestly, I do wish it was a little bit more less child looking, less classic old school looking, but it's pretty decent overall. It looks like a brand new head sculpt, so that's pretty nice to have once in a while. She does have a headband up there as well. So, you know, yeah, it really comes down to your own preference, how you like it. She looks a little bit better in the comic books, in my opinion, but yeah, that's how it is though. And with this, you do get part of a hood that you could put down like underneath there. We'll get more to that later. Alright, now taking a look at Spider-Gwen up close. I have to say, it's a pretty nice looking figure, very interesting as well. It's a pretty plain body though. Most of it is just black and white, but when there is paint apps, it definitely shines a lot, especially in the head sculpt. You can see, even the head sculpt is pretty plain, just a white head sculpt with the eyes, but they also coated it on the corners with the nice pink shading right there, so it looks pretty interesting. And also inside the hood, you can see the paint apps in there. A very nice design. Even, like I said before, the body is just mostly white and black, but there are some paint apps underneath the arm and also the armpit area, so that's pretty nice as well. Paint app wise, you know, quality control wise, it's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. There is some splotching here and there that you could probably forgive. There is some also in the rim of her hood over here for mine, so it doesn't look the greatest, but you could probably forgive it. Take a look at the back as well. Pretty clean, not bad at all. The white on her seems to be more shiny than other figures, almost very kind of glossy looking. I found myself that my figure in particular had very tight joints, and it could be because of the glossy finish on it that really, it's a little bit thicker than usual, so it kind of stuck everything together. So I really had to pry everything, you know, really move the joints around just to get it unlocked when I first opened the figure. Not a big deal, you know, you could get around that, but it's something to notice and point out. Alright, now taking a look at the rest of the figure. Like I said before, pretty much black and white all over the place with some paint apps here and there. Going down to the feet right here, you do have the blue right there. I think she had like sneakers on, I don't know, I could be wrong, but overall, it's still definitely a nice looking figure. Really, the head sculpt is pretty much what really shines on this figure. It looks really nice. Looks really cool and menacing looking from far away. Now let's change this off right now really quickly. You just pull off the head, the hood, and the head come off like that. And to put the new one on, you put on the hood like so, and you stick on the new head like that. And there is Gwen Stacy. Not bad. Like I said before, I do wish the head sculpt was a little bit less child looking, innocent looking. I know she's supposed to be like a little girl. She's not little, but I think a teenager, I believe. But yeah, I do wish it looked a little bit better in my opinion. That's just how I feel. But overall, it's still a nice touch to have this as an option as well. So not bad at all. Now going into articulation, she has a ball jointed head on a hinge. For this head, it's pretty decent. Obviously, you go left and right, no problems there. Doesn't go up at all that much because of the hair and the hood as well. Goes down pretty good though. When you have the other head on, let me switch it out right now. Alright, now when you have this head on, you know, it's there obviously. You just have to move around with the hood for the articulation. It goes up a little bit better, as you see right there, and goes down pretty well. So you know, you just have to keep in mind that the hood is there too, so you have to maneuver it as well. Going to the rest of the figure for articulation, she has the standard shoulder joints on hinges that rotate all the way around, pretty decent. No bicep swivel, but she does have one point at the elbow right there that also rotates left and right, so you have that instead. And of course at the wrist, a hinge and a swivel, so it's pretty standard. Ab joint, not bad. Actually, not really existent going forward, but going back is pretty good. Swivels left and right and pivots, so it's pretty standard as well. T-jointed hips, she goes about that far. Not the greatest, surprisingly. I felt like it used to be better on other figures that had the same mold. But it doesn't go up almost 90 degrees, but not quite. Doesn't go back at all. Split wise, not bad, pretty good. Thigh swivel right there, 2 points at the knee. She does have a boot swivel as well, so it's pretty good. And she has a hinge at the ankle, and it pivots left and right. So decent articulation overall. I do wish the hips went up a little bit more, but that's what you get for that one. When I got this figure out of the box, she was extremely stiff in some parts. Like the elbows were really stiff. I pretty much had to crack him to get them to move. Also, her left foot, the ankle was pretty much stuck, and I really had to work to get that free. And even still right now, I'm not too happy about it. I really had to work on it more. But yeah, so this figure, at least my copy, was really stiff out of the box, and you had to loosen up some joints, so be careful and be aware of that. Size comparisons here, she is of Spider-Man and also Ultimate Spider-Man Morales right there. Pretty good size comparison, I don't mind at all. She's a little bit smaller, basically the same size as a smaller Marvel Legends like Morales right here, and I think it's pretty good overall. Now continuing with the size comparisons, we have Green Goblin, which of course in the normal universe, you know, he kills Gwen right there, so it's pretty fun to have this size comparison right there. Alright, so overall, I think it's a pretty decent figure. To be honest, I'm not too wowed about it. I'm not too impressed by it. But I do have to say it looks very cool looking overall. I think it looks very mysterious. I like how, like, it's just black and white with some paint apps in the head sculpt to make her look unique. There's no crazy spider symbols on her back. I guess a little bit, but you know, nothing on the chest. But you know, it's very mysterious looking, which is pretty interesting for this character. You know, I don't know that much about it, honestly, about the character itself. I know the background story, but I don't follow the comic books on her. So she's a mystery to me, at least, also. But like I said before, as a figure itself, it looks really cool. Nice to have on your shelf, on your collection. But as a figure, you know, it just doesn't do that much for me. Also, for her hands, she has one hand doing the web slinging, the other one's the fist. I wish it was more, it was actually the opposite direction. Also, maybe even give us extra hands for her would have been nice. Like I said before as well, I'm not too thrilled about the head sculpt. I do wish it wasn't so innocent looking. I don't know if that's the right word, but you know, that's just my opinion. You could love it, so that's fine. But like I said before, I do like this mysterious look of her like that, so that's pretty cool. You know, decent figure. You know, not my cup of tea overall, but I can't deny that there's something about her that is really very interesting. So my figure, like I said before, was very stiff and stuck out of the box. You definitely have to be careful when you're freeing up some joints, so there's something to be aware of that. I think, you know, I would like to say it's just my figure, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people might have the same problems, because looking at the paint work and the paint job on this, it looks very thick, so it could have definitely got some joints stuck. But other than that, that is my review on Spider-Gwen right here. Pretty cool. Not the greatest figure in my opinion, but definitely is very mysterious and nice to look at. So that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Like always, comment, criticize, subscribe, do whatever you want to pay attention. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and go to wildlandcustoms.com. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Peace!